When we picture suburban America, we often imagine a cul-de-sac of cookie-cutter homes, a strip mall of national brands, or an ocean of cars as far as the eye can see. In many cases, these suburban landscapes have subsumed a much quainter version of the American dream, Main Street. As the suburbs continue to sprawl, these last vestiges of a past era remain throughout the perforated edge of the Twin Cities. But why are these main streets important, and how might they alter the development patterns of the suburban edge? Main Street, above all, is the home to many local employers who drive most of the traffic through these spaces. Supporting local employers promotes the value of independent ownership and helps to incubate new local businesses, which together keep profits local. These bustling centers can allow a community to infuse its local history into the present and make a space that is both familiar to residents and welcoming to outsiders. Let's explore the idea that by revitalizing a historic Main Street, we can create an ideal space for this to happen. This Main Street revitalization must be based on engagement and satisfaction of its community members. Through thoughtful collaboration between public and private interests, these perhaps overlooked main streets can become an asset that actively reinvests in its community. Revitalizations must be tailored to their unique location and culture. Here we will examine Shakopee, Minnesota. Currently, an ample supply of asphalt parking lots creates a Main Street experience that is decentralized and caters to car traffic. In Phase 1, the pedestrian experience would be improved by the implementation of a public art campaign partnered with landscaping and lighting improvements to get the residents excited about their main street. As interest grows, a public plaza would be carved from an existing parking lot just off the main street. In Phase 2, community design pavilions would be commissioned to further activate this newly found public plaza. These physical manifestations of community collaboration would provide shelter for the curious tourist, as well as a place of spontaneous neighborhood gathering. As engagement expands, the space would become a home to the local farmers market and bolster local production of goods, allowing the local agriculture network to expand upon the renewed commitment from its regional community. For Phase 3, the public plaza would be temporarily decentralized, with the pavilions relocated throughout the Main Street area to allow for further development of the central lot. Here, the city would invest in a structure to catalyze private development interest in the Main Street. The construction of a public market hall paired with a plaza would solidify the community's investment in this space. Select community-designed pavilions would be returned to their original home both within the hall and in the outdoor plaza attached. Along with these programs, the building would house small business incubator spaces to ensure activation of the indoor market hall. Above the public realm, mixed-income apartments would be provided to increase housing accessibility along the main street. With this increase in development, many suburbanites will be asking, but where will I park? An unlikely pairing is helpful for the management of this perception. A pedestrian could traverse much of Main Street in the same distance traveled from the Shakopee Walmart's parking lot to the center of the store. Within the same length of walk, a visitor to the Main Street has access to many parking lots, along with ample street parking at every turn, to ensure the proximity of their car to their intended destination. Which brings us to Phase 4. With public and private interests ready to invest in Main Street, the unique character of this space must be preserved and valued to the highest extent. Here, unused spaces within existing buildings would be converted to suit the community's needs. Historic buildings in need of love would be rehabilitated to revitalize their character, both interior and exterior. And grants will be offered to new and existing small businesses to improve their storefronts and ensure an engaging pedestrian experience. With this newfound investment, developers and community members alike have a place that can nourish their lives. Main Street is the physical manifestation of local production, local profit, and local identity. Without it, we are left with what most of us identify as suburban: international production, corporate profit, and the unique absence of an identity.